This is Shea Frasier reporting for WEBN Fashion. We're here at the 2014 Assistive Clothing Fashion Show. I'm standing here with Allison Tin, one of the founders of Open Labs. Alice, so how did this idea originally start?
Sure. So my co-founder. Sorry, should I be looking at you? Sorry.
Oops, yeah.
Um, um, so my co-founder Grace, it started off with an experience that she had at a hospital that she was working in. She met two patients who were diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and she just found through talking with them that what they really felt was missing in terms of their health was that independence. So because they had lost motility in their fingers, they were no longer able to manipulate like little buttons or clasps, and they were unable to dress themselves in the morning, for example, or like do daily tasks. And that's she shared that experience with me, and we started brainstorming. You know, why hasn't anyone addressed this issue? And that's why Open Style Lab came about. Really, that was the main starting point for it.
That's excellent. What year were you guys established?
2012, actually. Yeah. 2013.
And did you also attend MIT?
No, I did my undergraduate work at Tufts. I also got a Master of Public Health, and I'm currently in med school, actually, at Brown University.
That's excellent. Is this where you saw your career leading off, or are you just really happy where it's ventured off into?
So at the time that Open Style Lab started, I was in the process of applying to medical school. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it certainly changed my view on how I view patients, because I was talking to one of our clients who has a below-the-knee amputation, and he was just explaining the difficulty that he has in the morning putting on a pair of pants. And that, like, I asked him to explain it a little further for me. And essentially, when you think about putting on a pair of pants, you have to point your foot to allow the pants to slide over it. But if one of your feet is a prosthetic foot, you don't have that control to point it down. So it just made me reevaluate things that I was taking for granted, just like putting on a pair of pants. And when I asked him, have you shared this concern with your doctor, he just kind of laughed a little bit and said, doctors are more concerned with how my prosthetic is affecting the way I walk, to prevent falls and stuff, which is very important. But the everyday things like putting on clothes kind of doesn't really get talked about during a patient visit. So I think as I move forward with my medical career, I definitely wanted to take that more into account, and I'm happy to continuing to be working with Open Style Lab.
So where do you guys acquire your funding to continue reinventing your products and going through with the process?
Sure, that's a great question. So we're essentially moving forward as a nonprofit at the moment, because for the first year of Open Style Lab, which was this year, 2013, we had very generous funding we have 5 grants from MIT. We also had sponsorships from Eileen Fisher and Dunn & Ventures, which is a venture capital company. So that's how we got our funding for the for the program that we were running over the summer, and we plan to do the same when we run the program next year in 2015.
Do you plan to keep it a nonprofit organization?
So currently, we had 8 student teams this past summer, and we are actually in the process of taking steps to manufacture 2 of the designs that our students came out with. So there definitely will be a for-profit arm to it, but I think for the program that we run for students in the summer, that will remain a nonprofit entity.
Are you hoping to take it internationally, or are you going to stay within the United States?
Sure, it's always great to dream big. We have actually been approached by several people to say, I think this model is great. Like, can we do it in Salt Lake City? Can we do it in New York? Can we do it in LA? And we really want to take some time to refine the model first and explore these opportunities within the U.S. and sure, like with outside of the U.S. too. That would be great.
And what form of information could patients with disabilities obtain in order to be a part of the program or apply to be a part?
Sure. So we have a website. It's www.openstylelab.org. We'll be posting information about the next round. So if they're interested in becoming a client or something, they can certainly reach out to us. The email, there's a contact form on the website, but there's also the email hello@openstylelab.org.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for talking with us today.
Yeah,
We appreciate
sure.
everything. This is an amazing event that you put on.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks. This is Shea Frasier reporting at the Museum of Science at the 2014 Assistive Clothing Fashion. Thank you.